You know, I saw a band one time in San Francisco that played all the schoolhouse rock songs.
I love those.
Yeah, that was just, it was crazy.
All right, let's take a look. So C, I need to get rid of the 2. So how do I, first I'm going to draw my line for success. Always good to have that. So now I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And then we'll end up with square root of 5x plus 6 equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now I'm going to square both sides. Right, so square both sides. And that will get me to 5x plus 6 equals, what's 4 squared?
16.
16, great. Now I need to get rid of, I need to get the x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. And I will get 5x equals 10. Divide both sides by 5. And lastly, we have x equals 10 divided by 5 is 2. Done. Next page. F. Okay, F. Let's see. This is it's already by itself, which is kind of nice. So all we have to do is raise both sides to the 3rd power. So I'll end up with x equals negative 3 times negative 2 times negative 3 is negative 27. All good. And then the last one, h. Oh, it's already to the 3rd power also. This is also kind of simple. So I'm just going to raise both sides to the 3rd power. And I'll get 4x minus 4 equals 2 to the 3rd. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So how do I solve this? Get my little line for success. Subtract 4 from both sides. I will get 4x equals 4. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And I will get x equals 1. Voila. Yes?
Don't you add the 4?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Well, that's troublesome. Thank you. I'm so glad you all caught that quickly. Plus, perfect. 12 divided by 4 divided by 4. X equals 3.
Yeah.
Voila. Perfect.
We were supposed to do E too, then. What did you get on the board? E.
Oh yeah, E. Oh, was it F? It was E?
Yeah, it was E.
Oh, man. Oh, well, that's similar. So if I cube both sides here, now I'll get x equals 27. My bad. I did the wrong one. Okay, so next, we're going to slide down to number 5. All right, so first, we need to decide whether this opens upwards or downwards. Is it happy or unhappy? So whenever you have these, the first thing you want to do is what? Figure out what your A equals, what your B equals, and what your C equals. So do that first. Then that should be able to tell you whether it opens upwards or downwards, happy or unhappy. Find the vertex, and then use this formula to write it in vertex form. Remember, your vertex is h comma k, and you got your a from above, so it's just plugging in the h, k, and the a into this formula. And then also, you should see how this also is your shift. Remember, your vertex is your shift. So those first few should be able to answer that way. So go ahead and work on 5. Remember, we are skipping the part where it talks about, on the next page where it talks about increasing and decreasing, we are skipping that part. Right, so next page, number 2 and 3 on the next page, we're skipping those parts. So go ahead and work on this one for maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then we'll take a look at that one. All right, let's see what we got here. So my A is what?
3,
3. My B is what?
-12,
-12. Don't forget the negative. And my C is
9.
9. Great. So does it open upwards or downwards?
Upwards.
Upwards. Why?
Maybe it's common.
Yep, A is positive. So A is happy, it opens upwards. Make sense? All right, so what's my vertex? Aha, this is a little tough part here. I gotta do negative, I'll put the negative in front, B over 2 times A, and I'll get negative, negative is positive, 6, 12 over 6,
I don't know if we just repeat.
which is, no, you just leave it alone, which is 2. Now I'm going to plug that in to this function here to get my k. So 3 times, I'm just going to do parentheses squared minus 12, parentheses plus 9. What goes inside? 2. So that ends up being 2 squared is 4 times 3 is 12, minus 24, plus 9, -3?
Yeah.
Okay. So my vertex is going to be 2, comma, -3. Great. Now I'm going to plug that into here. So it's going to be f of x equals, let's see, A. A is what? What's A? 3? Parentheses, x minus, oops,
Oh, it's just 3, it's not 3x squared?
no.
Program.
A is the number in front of,
Okay.
all right, so I'm just going to plug these in. What's my h?
2.
2, and my k is -3. Good. So then I can just take out the plus because it's just -3, that's fine. And that's it. We're done.
So we don't distribute.
You do not distribute. If you distributed, first of all, this has a exponent here, so you can never distribute it into an exponent. You could FOIL this first, and then multiply by 3, and then you'd get what you started with up there. You'd get back to that. So this is vertex form, leave it like this. This is vertex form, done. And then the last thing is compare the graph. Not the last thing, but compare the graph. How's it been shifted? Well, my vertex is 2, -3. So that means that I've shifted, if I went from 0, 0 to 2, -3, then I went right 2, down 3. Or better yet, look at it right here. Inside is what? My left, right, or my up, down? Left, right. So this went left 2. Everybody on board with that part? And on the outside is the -3, so that's down 3. Good?
Yeah.
Last one, axis of symmetry. That's x equals whatever h is. X equals h, so that means that x equals, what's h?
2.
2. There we go. That means that it should be symmetrical. It'll go through this line here when we graph it. All right, so the next part is finding some points. So you already know what your vertex is. Found that. All right, so we know our vertex. It's 2, -3.
We're skipping intercept.
Oh, what was f?
It's finding the y-intercept.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, so I don't understand how you find the vertex with that equation.
The vertex? You found the vertex. The -b over 2a?
Oh, that's, okay. Why did we do C? What's the C do?
The vertex form? that's another way of writing the original equation in vertex form.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Vertex form is the same thing as this guy here, only in different form. So these two things are equivalent, they're just in different forms.
Okay.
All right, good. So the y-intercept says what is y? Yep. So we're going to put 0 in for x and find y. So just, what do we have? We had, that's a really easy one. And honestly, it's
It's
0
C.
comma c
Yeah.
is your y-intercept. Because if I put in 0 in for x, these go away at the top. So, everyone see what I'm saying up here at the top, right? If I put 0 in for x, those go away, so I'm just left with 9. Good so far? Great. Now, so we have 2 points. We have, so we have,
2 to 3.
yeah, 2 comma 3, and we have 0 comma 9. We need 3 more.
That's
And what do you think would be good choices for x? I want to write down, talk to your neighbors, write down 3 good choices for x.
It's negative 3, 2 comma negative 3.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Thank you. 15 seconds, talk to your neighbors, 3 good choices for x.
I wanted to do one.
What do you think? We already got 2 and 0.
Negative 1, 1.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, that'll be fine. Negative 2x, yeah. Or we'll put it over here though.
Oh, we got 2 already. So we got-
And
All right. So remember, this is a vertex.
positive 4.
What's my center?
4.
What's my center? Where's the beginning of this parabola? Where's the vertex?
2, negative 3.
2, negative 3. That means the vertex is right here. Vertexes do this thing where if you're right around the vertex, you're not in such bad shape. Once you get further away, it goes up really, really high, and you're going off the chart. Does everyone sort of understand how those work? So you want to pick stuff that's pretty close to the vertex. How do I pick x's that are close to the vertex? What's my x of the vertex? 2. So I want to pick x's that are close to 2. Here x is 2. What's close to 2? 3.
Oh,
1.
1. What else?
Negative 1.
We could do negative 1, that might be a little far away. To 2, 4 is closer to 2. Does that make sense? So I would pick those ones. So then you just plug them in. We'll do those ones together. So 3 times something squared minus 12 times something plus 9. I'm going to put 3 in here. And we'll get 3 squared is 9 plus 3 is 27 minus 12 times 3 is 36 plus 9. Yeah, negative 1 might have been interesting. It might have been all right. Okay, so here I'm going to end up getting 27, 36, negative 36, 27. That's 0. Isn't it? Did I do this right? Kelly, you got 0?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 comma 0. If I put 1 in here, that's even easier. 3 times 1 squared is just 3, minus 12 times 1 is just 12, plus 9. Hey, look, that's also 0. Isn't that convenient? And how about 4? 3 times 4 squared,
Also,
Is-
does it mean it like flat lines?
what was that?
Does that mean it like flat?
No, what it means is that we hit it twice, we hit 0 twice. We'll see in a minute.
So it's like an S shape.
Well, no, it's
Because
a
the
parabola.
parabola goes up in 2
It's gonna be like
directions,
this,
so it's
or
going
like
to hit
that.
twice.
Oh,
It's here,
completely.
on the 0
Yeah,
x.
no worries. So this one's going to end up being 3 times 4 squared, 3 times 16 minus 12 times 4 plus 9. So it's gonna be, 48 minus, oh, that worked out well, minus 48 plus 9, so that's 9. All right, so then we end up graphing these, so let's graph, oh, so then we're gonna graph them. So I'm gonna draw my little graph guy here. And we're gonna put in the points, so it was it 2, -3?
Yep.
And then it was, I don't know what they were.
3, 0, 1, 0, I think, and then 0, 9.
It can't be, oh, it could be 3, 0. 1, 0, 4, 9.
4, 9, and
2, 3. And then 0, 9. So it's kind of this tall thing that looks like this.
0, 9. Oh, 9.
All right, let's do this. Do you folks feel like comfort? I don't want to spend time graphing it in class because I want to kind of move on to other things, but just, you know, when you get a chance, graph those. I feel like you folks can graph them. Okay. Good deal. One thing I do want to point out is it should go, hey guys, it should go from left to right. So it should go from this one to that one to that one. Don't go from like here to there to there to there or something crazy. Everyone see what I'm talking about? You got to go from x is 0 to x is 1 to x is 2 to x is 3 to x is 4. Does that make sense for people? Is that what I understand what I'm saying? Okay. Now don't just connect the dots. You got to go in order from left to right. Okay. Okay. So now, there's a minimum or a maximum of the vertex. Is this a minimum or a maximum? Minimum. And what is it? Yes, so the minimum is -3. Because remember the output, so in other words, what's the output at the vertex? The output is your y. The y is -3. So the, I think I'm supposed to put that down here. And again, we're going to skip 2 and 3. And then 4 is identify the domain and range of the function. So first of all, domain. Well, you can just look at the graph. What's the domain?
Negative infinity, positive infinity?
Yep, negative infinity and positive infinity. Or you can do it this way. I know that it is a quadratic. Right, y equals, what was it? 3x squared minus 12x plus 9. What are the two things you can never, ever, ever do?
Square root of a negative number.
Take square root of a negative number. Is there a square root here at all? No, no square roots. What's the other thing you can never, ever do? Divide by 0. Am I dividing by x here anywhere? No, so the domain always is going to be all real numbers. Identify the range of the function. So what's the range of this one? What's the lowest it goes?
-3.
Yeah, -3. What's the highest it goes? Infinity. Great. All right. Well, I really do want to go through 7, 8, and 9. Okay. I know folks are gonna hate this, but on Monday, I want to do this. I want to spend the rest of today working on reviewing. On Monday, we're gonna start with the exam. And then a lot of you guys are gonna take a long lunch break. And then we'll do the exam at 11. And then at 12:45, we will start class again until 1:40. Is that gonna really screw up anybody?
Like start up our new section?
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can't take off and leave. You can take off and leave for like 45 minutes, right?
Right
So if it takes
after.
you, if you finish the exam in 35 minutes, then you got an hour to kill, which kind of messes you up. But,
What do you mean messes us up?
I mean, like, you know, like I know Kelly was like, I want to take the exam and get the heck out of here, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, and because I don't think that people are going to be in the receptive mind of like working on Unit 6 before the exam, just because you got the exam on your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, the other thing I could do is we could go through factoring before the exam and not review it now. I just feel like we really need to.
What else do we have to review?
7, 8, and 9. To do 7, 8, 9 before the exam. I want to touch on them a little bit before. All right, so let's just do this. We'll just do one of these. We will do C now.
Didn't we do A and C already?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did A and C already?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do B now. Yeah, we can do, yeah, I thought, we can do, skip those, we'll do those, we can do those on Monday, that's fine. Let's do, 8 and 9 then. So rules for 8 and 9. And we'll do them quickly. I'm gonna give you folks 2 minutes to do 8, and I'll give you, 3 minutes to do 9, and then we'll go over them.
2, 11 squared. So we want to do 11 squared.
Is it one or another, or one and another?
Yeah, you can do that. I like to get the whole root solved first and then rewrite it.
Or-
You can, yeah, you can
Yeah.
rewrite as many times.
All right,
as
so
you
let's take a look. First I need to set it equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 6 on both sides. So then we have 4x squared
Keep
minus 11x
calculating.
minus 4 equals 0. So then my A is 4, my B is negative 11, my C is negative 4. So then we're going to throw it into our little formula where x is equal to, was it negative b? So negative 11 which makes it positive 11. Is there sort of okay if I just do it that way? Plus or minus square root of b squared. 11 squared, negative 11 squared. Negative 11 squared minus 4 times a, which is 4, times c, which is negative 4. All over 2 times a, which is 4.
C is
Negative 4?
no.
Is c not negative 4?
No, that's right.
Okay.
Plus 2. We're doing weight.
No, you guys subtract 6 on both sides, so c is now negative 4.
2 minus 6.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay.
I see.
So we have positive 11, plus or minus, square root of 121, 4 times 4 times 4, negative times negative times positive is positive, and that's 64 there, over 8. So I'll have 11 plus or minus the square root of, if you add those up, 165 over 8. And then 165?
Or you wrote 185, but.
Oh,
you said
185,
you
sorry,
said 160.
185, my bad. And then Fox, you said the square root of 185 was 13.06?
Yeah, 13.6.
That's a 0.60, so
60.
Yeah. that's good. Over 8? Yeah, 2 or 3 decimals, that's fine. So I end up with 11, so I have two answers. It'll be 11 plus 13.6 over 8. And x equals, the different color. $11 minus 13.6 over 8. So I'll find those 24.6 over 8. So that ends up being 24.6 over 8, which is 3.07 something, 75 maybe. And then the other one would be
Which one?
x equals
She's, the left,
negative
the blue is the plus and the right.
2.6
The right is
over 8.
minus.
which is negative 0.8, 8 times 3, 3, 2, 5, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are my answers, this one and that one. All right? Find the x-intercepts of the following function. Was everybody able to do that one yet or not?
Not yet.
No.
Who has done it? All right, so, tell you what, work on it over the weekend and we will go over that one on Monday. I do want to get going on our next handout.